Legacy MC has now gone to Toyota, and Couch Racer basically confirmed that Josh Berry is going to the 4-car. Let's talk about it. Coming up next. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing good today. All right, a couple of bombshells have dropped today. First, the Legacy Motor Club going to Toyota is a huge bombshell. Some things are starting to make sense now. We know earlier in the season, they got rid of their normal pit crew and they went with a Joe Gibbs pit crew. That now completely makes sense. There had been rumors that their RCR alliance was over with. That now makes sense. We know that the reasons behind that now is because they went to Toyota. So I guess first things first, it's going to be super weird seeing Jimmie Johnson drive a Toyota. And for a lot of people, it's going to be super weird to see that 43 on a Toyota. Doesn't bother me personally. I'm not going to sit here and lie, but it is going to be totally different, right? You don't, put a Japanese manufacturer with that 43 in your head. So it's going to be weird to look at it first. But if you look at it from Legacy Motorsports perspective, it makes complete and total sense. Where they were probably the, at best, 4th best Chevrolet team, they are now the 3rd best Toyota team. So it is a move up as far as what type of equipment you get. They were behind Hendrick. They were behind Trackhouse RCR, however you want to, divvy up those two. And then possibly, whoever else they were behind. Could they possibly have been behind JTG Doherty? Who knows? But now we know for sure that they are definitely the 3rd in line behind, Gibbs and then 2311 over there. And it's fewer cars too. They're only behind 6 cars where, factor in how many cars they were behind in that other situation. So at the end of the day, it makes sense for them to make that move, and I understand why they did it. That being said, a lot of fans are not going to be happy with it. So let me know down in the comments, are you happy with it? Are you okay with it? Do you understand where they're coming from? Or are you one of the fans that are super upset because, you don't want to see, I guess, the 43 or Jimmie Johnson in a Toyota where you're used to seeing them in, I guess, American makes, or Jimmie Johnson in the Chevrolet, I guess you could say. Just kidding. And the other thing, Toyota has been wanting to expand basically for the draft. They want to have more drafting partners at super speedways and things like that. And they also wanted to get Erik Jones back is probably what I'm imagining here too. I don't think they ever wanted to let Erik Jones go, but they also believed in Christopher Bell. Both of these guys are really good drivers, so I think it was a situation where they could get Erik Jones back. So I think that played into the move as well. Yeah, so okay, I'm actually done with the topic now. We're going to move on to the Josh Berry deal. So you see here, Couch Racer drops this one during the broadcast yesterday at Dover. 4-car, key Ford partner, hundreds of employees, top-tier motor program, fully funded. Don't kid yourself, they're a super team. They were replying to a fan, and this is in response to Josh Berry as a lead candidate to replace a popular Cup driver with a super team. Clint just hinted at that around the lap 138. Mark my word, Clint said. So that is basically Couch Racer, or, one of the guys at Door Bumper Clear basically leaking that Josh Berry is going to go to the 4-car. Now, before I get into the ramifications of that, some of the people in the garage had a serious issue with this, most notably Bozy Tatarovic. So let's see what he had to say about the issue. Started off with, I guess all you need to leak rumors from inside the garage these days is to start an apparel account. It's not like it's a secret where Berry is going among those in the know, but most inside the garage respect timing by teams to release information on their own terms. To which Freddie Kraft responded, I will say in response to this tweet that Couch Racer was started to bring fun and interesting content to like-minded individuals, and while we do turn some of that content into whatever, which was then met into fun and interesting stuff. So that was met with J.R. Houston saying, when does it get fun and interesting? So basically, inside the garage, there is some debate as to whether or not they should have leaked this, because yes, they are media personalities, but yes, they also work in the garage, so there is sort of an etiquette that I guess they're saying is being broken here. So I'll leave that up to whoever wants to say that. Their counterpoint was, somebody, one of the people in the comments said, Bob Pockrass breaks this type of news all the time, to which Bozy Tatarovic said, well, yeah, that's his job. He is a reporter. These guys basically are a reporter second. They're a garage member first. So a little bit of drama as far as that goes. But now let's get to Josh Berry going to the 4-car. We know he's going to go to the 4-car now, basically, according to Couch Racer, right? So now that we know he's in the 4-car, that is the first domino. Now the next thing they need to do with that 4-car is to figure out what sponsor they're going to get, because as you've seen in a previous video, it's already been leaked that Anheuser-Busch is going to, with the Busch brand, is going to the #1 of Ross Chastain at Trackhouse. So now they're going to need to find a sponsor. Josh Berry currently sponsored in the Xfinity Series by Bass Pro Shops. Does Bass Pro Shops make that leap over there and spend some of that money? Are there going to be 3 Bass Pro Shop cars? Does Martin Truex Jr. retire and they take the Bass Pro Shop? There's all kinds of stuff that could happen, but this is the first dominant, and I'm not saying any of that's going to happen. I'm just saying those are scenarios, and that's a current sponsor he has now. All things are going to kinds of things are going to happen though now, because this was the first silly season domino. It should really get rolling, and it's really early in the season to be talking about silly season, but here we are. So really interesting stuff. Crazy news day today. So yeah, I guess I'm just going to cut it off at that, and I'm going to leave you with this one. If you made it this far, feel free to subscribe down below. If you got a comment, question, or anything like that, feel free to leave it down below. I get to as many of them as I can. If you're already subscribed, you know I appreciate you guys as well. And yeah, crazy day. Other than that, thanks for your time. Peace.